So you want to start sublimating on tumblers. You may have been doing your research already and you're finding that it can get a little expensive. All the materials, everything that it has to do with sublimation is kind of pricey. But here's a little tip for you. You don't need a tumbler press, especially if you're just starting. So stick around and I'll show you how. Hi, I'm Mara and welcome to Siete Gift Shop's channel. Here's a couple of things you may need. Obviously, a tumbler. Not just any tumbler. It needs to have sublimation coating. This one is ready for sublimation. You don't need to sand it. You don't need to do anything to it. I will make sure to add a link with a list of all the things that you may need. You want to get started now? Why not? One of my favorite places to get images is from Creative Fabrica. They have fonts and graphics and 3Ds, and Spark is kind of like their AI design or software. And as you can see, they have classes, they have all kinds of stuff. So I think it's pretty awesome. Okay, so for this class, we're going to look for, let's say, 3D tumblers, because that is very popular right now. They are everywhere. Okay, so we found 7,022 results, and in the results includes like bundles, so there's a lot more than just 7,022. This bundle has 25 images, this one has 35. As you can see, it's a lot for you to look through. You can spend hours in here finding all kinds of stuff. So for me, I like to find a design that has a seamless look to it. So when you put it on the tumbler, you don't see the harsh line where the image ends and where it begins. So let's take a look at this. As you can see, there are hundreds and hundreds of images. I like this one. As you can see, it has space where you can, if it overlaps, it's okay. You won't see a line there. All you have to do is download it, and a lot of their images has commercial use license. So if you have their membership, if you don't have their membership, to me it seems like it's very worth the price. So just click a download, and it's downloading here. And let's go get our image. I want to import the image that you just downloaded into your favorite editing software, whether it's Microsoft Word, Inkscape, Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, whatever you use. Okay, we're ready to send it to our printer. And I have an Epson EcoTank 2760, and we have it set at landscape. If you need help with setting up your printer for sublimation, let me know and I'll create another video for that. So now we have it all set up, ready to go, and we'll send it to the printer. Don't worry if your printer is printing really slow, that's okay. That's what we want. We don't want anything speeding it up, because then you will have lines through your image. So if it's going really slow, printing really slow, that's a good thing. All right, the next step is to cut your image down to size. Make sure everything fits on there perfectly. And you want to take a lint roller to get any dust off of the cup. You don't want anything between your image and the cup, trust me. And the trick here is to make sure that the paper is on there really tight. That's kind of pretty much the purpose of the tumbler press, is to make sure that it's on there super, super tight. And if you need to use more tape, use it, trust me. You don't want any ghosting. You want to make sure that no air gets in between your image and the tumbler. Okay, so got it all taped under here and all the way around. You want to make sure that you have enough tape in there. I know it seems a little excessive, but trust me, you don't want any air going underneath the paper to get in between the paper and the cup. That's what causes the ghosting. So we make sure that everything is pressed tightly and taped very well before it goes into the oven. We don't want any of that tape lifting up. So if you feel like you need extra tape, by all means use it. Trust me, you don't want any of that air to go under in between there. So if you feel you need extra tape, use it. Otherwise, everything you're working on right now will be a waste. So once you feel comfortable enough that you have enough tape on there, it's ready to go into the oven. Okay, so we are going to check the temperature, and it's pretty high. So around 380 is what I'm averaging. Okay, so make sure you wear a glove before you stick your hand in there. A heat resistant glove is very, very helpful. You don't want to burn yourself. Okay, we're gonna put it in the oven. I like to put the seam up front first, just so I know which direction to rotate it. We're gonna put it in for 5 to 7 minutes, depending on your oven. All right, it's been 3 minutes, so we're just rotating it. Okay, once you get it out of the oven, you want to set it aside to cool before you touch it, because it will be super, super hot. Now we're just removing the tape to reveal our image. Now remember, the oven that you use cannot be used for food. If you bought an oven that is secondhand at a store that was previously used for food, that's okay. You just don't want to cook food after you've cooked the sublimation cups on there. I love these colors. And there is our beautiful, beautiful cup. What do you think? There's our beautiful cup. I just love those colors. If you tried this technique and post a video, feel free to tag me on it. I'd love to see your results. Until next time, have a blessed day.